Hi, welcome to our daily encounter. As you read Psalms 46 today, I want you to think about a word. Just one word. Rest. The psalmist is writing about the fact that we can rest in God. And even though he doesn't say it in so many words, and in those exact words, that idea is found throughout the whole psalm. In verse 1 he says, God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Therefore we will not fear, though the earth should change, and though the mountains slip into the heart of the sea, though its waters roar and foam, though the mountains quake at its swelling pride. He's saying God is our refuge and our strength. God is there to help us. And because God is there and that He is a very present help in trouble, we do not need to fear. Even if the very foundations of the earth were shifted, even if it was just total chaos all around us, we can take confidence in the fact that God is our refuge and our strength. And what does that produce in us when we understand that truth? It produces rest. Not only physical rest, perhaps, but more importantly, mental rest, emotional rest. It puts our heart at rest. Remember, this is one of the things that David knew about God in Psalm 23 that brought him comfort. That God would lead him beside the still waters. And certainly God can do that for us as well. He is our refuge and our strength. There's another statement in here that lends to this thought in verse 10 of Psalms 46. It says, cease striving and know that I am God. What a wonderful statement. Cease striving and know that I am God. Basically, just be still, rest, be quiet, and trust that I am God, that I am in control, that I know what I'm doing. I have the power and I have the wisdom to help you in this situation, whatever situation you're in. This is something that is unique to the God that we serve, the everlasting, living God. Because He is a God where man rests. This is very unique. If you think about the Christian faith is about rest. It's about placing our faith, placing our trust in the accomplished work of Jesus Christ. And knowing that we cannot achieve a place before God based upon our works. You think about the Sabbath days that were established in the Old Testament. God teaching His people to rest, and in resting to trust in Him. Again, this is something unique to the God that we serve, because if you think about the idols that man has served for thousands and thousands of years, idols always require work from man. If nothing else, in the creation of the idol, it takes work. The man has, if it's made out of wood, the man's got to chop down the tree. He's got to carve out the image of whatever it is. Or if it's made of a stone, he's got to chip away at the stone and make a sculpture into an image. And then, of course, that idol cannot speak, it cannot hear, it cannot move, it cannot act. And so man is serving him, and all the work is on man's shoulders. Well, because we serve a living God, a God that is alive, and not just alive, but a God that can hear, a God that can speak, a God that can move, and a God that can act. And to go beyond that, to know that we have a God that is powerful beyond anything we can comprehend, and wiser than anything we can imagine. We have a type of God that we can rest in. Unfortunately, many times we don't rest in Him. We enter into a situation, a problem in life, and all of a sudden our mind starts working. And we begin trying to figure out the problem. And we try to come up with a solution. And then in our own strength, we try to go out and accomplish the solution that we came up with. How many times have we found that that didn't work? Many times we trust too much in ourselves. We might pride ourselves in the fact that we serve the true and living God, that we don't serve idols made of wood and stone. But do we act as though we serve a living God? In other words, do we really believe that we have a God that will act on our behalf? A God that does move, a God that does hear, a God that does see, a God that does speak. We need to serve that type of God. If we serve that type of God, we can rest in Him. We can do exactly what the psalmist said here in verse 10. We can cease striving and know that He is God. And so I don't know what's on your heart today, what type of burden you might be carrying, what might be running through your mind today. Maybe it's early in the morning and you've got something to accomplish today that's caused a little bit of anxiety. I just don't know what you're up against. But what I do know is that you can go to the God who acts, a God who is powerful, a God who is all wise and all knowing, and you can rest in that God and know that whatever happens today or tomorrow in the future, that He's got you and He's got your back, and He's not going to allow anything to happen to you outside of His will, and He will carry you through so long as you obediently follow Him and trust Him and align your life with Him. We can trust Him. He is a God. He is our refuge and our strength, a very present help in trouble. Well, I thank you guys for listening in today. Hope you guys have a great day. Love you guys. God bless.